Hey everyone, it's Lene. Today is Monday, September 3rd, 2018, and this is my 1-month HRT update video. Well, I met with my doctor last Wednesday and she increased my dosages of both meds. So currently now I am on 100 milligrams of spironolactone and 4 milligrams of estradiol. So that's my regimen now. I'm supposed to take one of the Spiro a day and 2 of the estradiol. However, I've been splitting them up. The Spiro that they gave me, I can't swallow the 100 milligram tablets. They're larger than the 50s that I was taking before. And I was under the impression that they were going to give me the 50s again. I would just be taking double the dosage. But they're bigger pills and I have trouble swallowing pills. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting them in half, but they're still kind of hard to swallow after I cut them in half, I found out. So I was thinking about maybe going back to the pharmacy to see if they can give me the 50 milligrams instead of the 100s that I currently have. I bought 2 sports bras 2 weeks ago from Target, and I was on the elliptical machine at the gym a couple days before, and I noticed a burning sensation in my breast area. It wasn't painful, but it was kind of uncomfortable. So I figured, hey, it's time to start looking at bras. So I went to Target. I ended up buying 2 for $20 each. But there were a lot of employees around the fitting room that day. I was trying to, discreetly sneak in there because I wasn't going to buy one without trying one on. So I tried them on, and as it turns out, I decided to buy the extra large for $20 each. They're sometimes uncomfortable, especially at first they were, but I'm getting used to them now. I definitely feel more feminine whenever I'm wearing one, so I try to wear one almost every day. As right now, no, I'm not wearing one, in case you're wondering. Changes. I've noticed some stretch marks on my thighs. They feel like they're getting bigger. I don't have a lot of them on there, but I can see some. I do feel like my thighs are getting a little bigger, which is what I want. So that's one of the changes that I'm noticing. My physical strength. I can still lift things, but I feel a slight decrease in my overall physical strength. I'm sure that's because of the hormones. My hair growth seems a little bit slower. I haven't shaved in almost a week, and I probably won't until next week, or maybe I will tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. My libido is still about the same. That hasn't really changed, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Sometimes I can still see my nipples if I'm not wearing a bra. So I try to wear the bra as much as I can. Last night, however, I was sleeping on my front side. I noticed that I was itching. My breasts were kind of itching. There was a slight burning sensation too, so I turned over and I ended up sleeping on my back for most of the night. Sometimes I sleep on my side, but I'm trying to avoid sleeping on my front side. Maybe it isn't good while my breasts are developing. I don't really know, but yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable. Not extremely yet, but I'm trying to get into the habit of sleeping either on my back or on my side. I'm sorry, I have my list of topics here because I don't want to leave anything out. Last video, I left some things out that I wanted to cover, so yeah, moving right along. Earrings. I got my right ear pierced back in early July. I remember mentioning that in one of my other videos. The hole closed, actually. The girl at Claire's, she told me to keep it in for about 5 to 6 weeks, so I did. And I took it out, and I put the solution on there, and maybe some alcohol too. But my ear ended up getting infected, so I called the store and I told them what had happened. And the girl at the store, she told me that I'm supposed to keep it in for about 3 months at least. And I told her, well, I was told to only keep it in for about 5 weeks. So I left it out and my hole is closed. So yeah, at some point I'll be going back for that. I'm not looking forward to that again, but it's one of those things that I want to do, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm just wearing the two in my left ear. That's really all I can do, or I don't wear them at all, but I really like wearing my earrings, but I would much rather have holes in my right ear as well. Emotional changes. I noticed that I was feeling kind of depressed on Thursday while I was at work. It wasn't really, extreme. I wasn't suicidal or anything like that, but I was feeling, a little down. I guess because I had to come back to work. That was my first day back since I had been off. On Friday, it was a busy day. I was feeling, annoyed at the end of my shift. Like I was ready to explode. Because I was hungry, I had missed lunch, and I was going to make something to eat or heat my food in the microwave. And I noticed the microwave was dirty. And there were two of the other girls sitting there. One of them, I was looking at the microwave and it looked exactly like the food that she had on her plate. I made a comment to her and she immediately gets up and she starts cleaning the microwave, sort of. I was kind of upset about that. But I remember saying to myself, thinking to myself anyway, that I better get out of there before I go crazy. Overall, I'm able to keep my emotions under control. I don't think anyone that I was working with that day had the slightest hint of how I was feeling at the time. I tried my best to not show how annoyed I was. Support group. Well, I met with a support group last week. The week before, I didn't go. I was thinking maybe starting my own support group with 2 other people there. I found out that one of the women there, she actually lives not too far from where I live. The other one, I overheard her telling the other lady that she feels disappointed about how the way things are structured. I remember it was maybe 2 weeks ago, she volunteered to oversee the next meeting, or the meeting for this week that we're having. With this week being a holiday, today is actually Labor Day. We weren't sure if we were going to actually have the group. Our moderator, she was going to be out for this week also. One of the ladies, she expressed interest in it, and they said, yeah, we'll do that then. We'll still have it then. But she said that they ended up calling her and telling her that they had everything taken care of, so she wouldn't have to go through with doing that. Instead, they appointed another lady to oversee the group. I don't know if she's going to do it on a regular basis, but they pretty much left the other lady out. This week, however, I'm going to, tomorrow night actually, that's our next meeting, I will ask them about the idea of starting our own group. Probably during break time, because we usually break about 10 minutes for break halfway through, so I'm going to ask them. I definitely think that it's something that's worth trying out, even if we don't do it long term. That's pretty much it. I've been on HRT now for 1 month and 2 days, and I feel okay. I don't really notice any significant changes just yet, but yeah, I'm just trying to push through this thing and stay positive. I haven't told anyone yet. I'm not ready to yet, so I won't. But I hope that this video helps answer some of your questions. If you're considering getting on hormones, or if you know someone who is considering it or already on, I try to make my videos somewhat serious. I know there's a lot of videos that contain a lot of nonsense, and whenever I would watch those videos or listen to them, it would annoy me. I would rather go to a place where I could actually listen to something or see something that's serious, because this is a serious thing for me. It's not a joke. I take it very seriously. That's how I want to present myself. So, until next time, to all a good day. God bless, and don't be a stiff.